All right, everyone. My name is Deeksha. I work as an assistant project manager in CVent, and I'm here to conduct your exhibitor training today. Now, before I proceed further, I'd like to inform you that you'll be getting a copy of this recording along with this PowerPoint presentation deck. So if you have any questions, you can refer back to the PowerPoint presentation deck. Moving forward, we'll discuss our agenda of the day. First, we'll learn how do you log into the exhibitor portal, how do you complete the required task that has been assigned to you, and where do you exactly find those tasks. How do you manage your exhibitor profile so that it can be showcased on the front end for your attendees to go ahead and engage with your profile? How do you upload exhibitor content? Where exactly do you go ahead and upload the exhibitor content? We'll learn about that. We'll also learn what a booth staff is and how do you assign them. We'll learn about the booth page. We'll learn about some interactive features like the exhibitor chat and virtual meeting room. Now, I'll go ahead and speak about a couple of verbiages that you'd be hearing a lot, so you should be familiar with them. Now, first we'll discuss Exhibitor Portal. Now, Exhibitor Portal is a platform where you, exhibitor and sponsor admins, can manage virtual booth by adding booth stuff, editing your profile, uploading a banner, adding content to the exhibitor profile. Now, whatever you add or edit in the Exhibitor Portal reflects on the front end. Now, your attendees, they go ahead and see or engage with your exhibitor profile on a platform that's known as Attendee Hub. So the second verbiage is at the Attendee Hub. So this is where all your attendees will access the information about the event and will engage with your exhibitor profile. They'll maybe watch a video that you might have uploaded or engage with any booth staff member. That brings us to the third verbiage, that's booth staff. Booth staff would be someone from your team, the planning team or the admin team. It would be any team member who will help you manage your exhibitor profile, who would help you engage with the attendees. Now, how do they engage with the attendees? There's one option, which is virtual meeting room, through which they can go ahead and meet with the attendees. So a booth staff or a group of attendees can join the meeting room and they can engage further. We'll understand about it more in the upcoming slides. Now, while I'm proceeding further, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask the question, or you can go ahead and post the question in the chat as well. Now, before we begin, we'll have to understand that you'll be getting a URL that will help you log into the exhibitor portal. Now, as soon as you click on that URL, the first thing that you'll see, as shown in the snapshot, it would ask you to enter your email address and your password. Now, if you're the admin and you're managing the exhibitor portal, it's not necessary for you to register for the event. But if you're a booth staff, it's very important that you are a part of the event, you're registered for the event. Now, when you enter your email address and you see the section for password, do not worry about it. It's the first time login. Just click on forget password and customize a password for yourself. There's no predefined password here. You just need to customize the password the first time that you log in by clicking on the forget password option. Now, as soon as you hit on login, you will go ahead and see the exhibitor portal. This is what we were discussing about in the verbiages. Now, if you see the exhibitor portal, it has the name of your event, the dates as well. It has 4 tiles in the center, and you see similar options. There are slightly more options than what you see in the tile, but these are the major options that you generally visit. So what we have done is we have placed these options in 2 places. You can see the same options on the left-hand corner. You can see same options like exhibitor task, exhibitor profile on the tiles as well. It's on your convenience. You can go ahead and click here on the left-hand corner, click on task, or you can go ahead and simply click on the tile. It will route you to the same page. Do we have any questions so far? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Now, let's discuss how do you go ahead and manage your task. All you have to do is either go to the left-hand corner, click on tasks, or go to the tile and click on view tasks. As soon as you do that, the second screen, the snapshot that you see, this is how it appears. Now, there is no task that has been assigned to you yet in the snapshot. But if, for example, anyone or your planner goes ahead and assigns your task, this is where it shows up. It would come up with a due date as well. So we'd request you, if there's any task, go ahead, check if there's any task assigned to you. If there's any task, make sure that you complete those tasks by the due date. Because if you do not complete those tasks assigned, by the due date, it would show up as overdue. Once you finish it, it would show up as completed. Now, I would like to inform you, a couple of tasks, for example, can be, maybe editing your exhibitor profile or uploading your logo or, adding a company's description. It might be required, it might not be required. So make sure that you locate the task option and see if there's any task assigned to you. Now I'll go a couple of slides back. You saw the tiles here. You can either click on Finish Profile to visit Exhibitor Profile, or you can go to the left-hand corner and click on Exhibitor Profile from here. Once you go ahead and click on Exhibitor Profile, the snapshot that you see is for the Exhibitor Profile. Now, the Exhibitor Profile is divided into two parts, Profile and Content. Under Profile, you can go ahead and add an address for your organization. You can add contact information. You can also add web links. Now, we have gone ahead and provided, if you go ahead and concentrate on the web link section in the snapshot, now this particular exhibitor has added their, organization's email address, but has not added their Facebook or Instagram handle. Now, it shows no link provided here, but do not worry, only the information that you provide here would reflect on the front end. If you have not provided any information, it would not appear as blank, like it would not appear at all. This was a question that was often asked, so I thought I'll clarify on that. Now, also what you can do is to go ahead and enhance the engagement on your profile. You can add a tagline to attract your attendees. You can also add a company's description. Now, when you go ahead and add a company's description or a tagline, or maybe upload a logo, there are size recommendations. But we understand we're all human. We cannot, remember sizes, recommendation, and the limits on the top of our head. So all you have to do is, as soon as you go ahead and click on company's description, like here, or the tagline, it will give you the size recommendation right below the box. So the size recommendation would also be there in front of your screen, so you don't have to, really memorize it. So like we discussed earlier, we have exhibitor profile is divided into two parts, profile and content. We have discussed about profile. We'll understand what content is. So here in the snapshot, we discussed about profile, we clicked here. Now we'll go ahead and click on content here. And the page that you see as soon as you click on content is to add content. Now you can add three types of content here. You can add documents, you can create links and upload videos. You can add 50 web links and 50 documents and up to 25 videos. There is again a size limit and a format recommendation. But as soon as you go ahead and click on add content, and for example, if you click on upload video, a new screen would pop up and it would give you the size recommendation. So again, you don't have to remember all these things on the top of the head. We have mentioned the sizes and the format in our PowerPoint presentation slide deck as well, so that you can also go ahead and refer to it. Do we have any questions so far? All right. And guys, please let me know if I'm going too fast. I can be slow, whatever is convenient for you. Now we learned how do you assign a booth staff. Now I told you something when we were going ahead and discussing the verbiage is that the major difference between an admin who manages the exhibitor profile and booth staff is an admin cannot be an attendee of the event. It's okay, but a booth staff should be registered for the event in order to be assigned. I'll go a couple of slides back. Remember the tiles. You can either click on Find Booth Staff here or go to the left-hand corner and click on Team. Once you go ahead and click on these options, any of these options, you go ahead and see this particular page. Now what it says is look up and import registered team members. This means, again, I'm reiterating that the booth staff must be registered for event in order to be assigned. I want you to remember this on the top of the head. Do not forget. So once you go ahead and search them by their email address or their confirmation number, hit on search, their name appears, and you can assign them as a booth staff. Do we have any questions before I proceed further? Okay, I'll take that as a no because I do not see any question in the chat window as well. Now, this is everything that you can do before your event. Add a booth staff, maybe update your profile, and go ahead and maybe add a content to your profile. Now, once your exhibitor profile is ready, the event has started. Once the event has ended or in real time while your event is going on, you can know that, how many attendees have interacted with your exhibitor profile and have tried to reach out to your organization. So what happens is I'd be showing you how do they go ahead and, how the lead is generated. What happens is the attendees do get an option to visit your exhibitor profile, and on the left-hand corner, on the right-hand corner, they see the option of contact us. The icon looks like this. Now, as soon as they hit on contact us, the information that is asked is generally pre-decided by the planner. They usually ask the first name, last name, and email address. That's kind of, very important. Apart from that, if there is any other information that is already decided by your planner, so you don't have to worry about that. But as soon as any attendee goes ahead and clicks on contact us and submit their information, the lead is generated. And you can either create on the left-hand corner, click on lead collection, or on the tile, you'll see the number of leads collected. Let me go a couple of slides back again. See, once the lead starts coming in, the leads collected number is 0 right now because there's no lead right now. But once the numbers start coming or people start submitting their information, this number goes up. So you can go ahead and watch it real time, or you can wait for the event to end and then watch it. All you have to do is click on lead collection on the left-hand corner or on the tile. Are we clear on this? Perfect. So also there's one important thing. Now we have gone ahead and set up everything for you. Once you click on lead collection, if you see in the snapshot, you see leads collected. Now, by any chance, if you see any additional options like lead qualifying questions or lead capture settings, please do not click on those. Those are only utilized for in-person events. So you would not see it 99% of time, but if you go ahead and see any other options, ignore it. You just have to focus on leads collected option. Now we've understood what, or how you can go ahead and engage your attendees with your exhibitor profile. What all can you do? Now we'll understand when your attendees log into the attendee hub, or even if you log into your attendee hub, where can you go ahead and find all exhibitors, and where can you exactly go and locate your exhibitor profile, and how the attendees engage on the attendee hub. Now, when they log in, I've taken a demo from your event and I've placed this snapshot here. This is from your event. Once the attendee logs in, this is the page that they see. This is the home page. They click on Expo on the top. When they click on Expo on the top, they get two options, exhibitors and sponsors. They go ahead and click on exhibitors. They get the exhibitors list. Even when you go ahead and log into the attendee hub, you just have to go ahead and click on Expo, click on exhibitors, and find your exhibitor profile here. Okay. Now moving forward, if you're a sponsor, similarly, click on Expo. The second option that you'll get is sponsor right below exhibitor. Click on sponsor. You can go ahead and find your particular organization here. Now we learn about some interactive feature that can be utilized. Now, when you as an exhibitor go ahead and log into the attendee hub, and when you locate your exhibitor profile and click on the exhibitor profile, on the right-hand corner, as shown in the snapshot, you see the chat icon here. When you click on the chat icon as an exhibitor or as an attendee, it will give you the option to join the chat. Now, as an exhibitor, you can go ahead and read through the chats. All the chats are visible to all booth staff, all team members, and attendees as well. So if you have to inform something, they can go ahead and engage among themselves, or they can go ahead and engage with you. So as an individual or as a booth staff, you're representing your organization. So you can go ahead and send a chat giving them a general information. All right. So you can engage with your attendees on, in chat through this chat icon that's shown on the right-hand corner. Do we have any questions so far? Great. Then we'll move forward. We learn about the other important feature that can be utilized to interact, which is the virtual meeting room. Before that, I'll show you where you see the virtual meeting room option. Now, here's a video. It's just a demo video taken from a demo event. So your event might differ, but it's just an example to showcase this particular 3Play Media exhibitor. They have gone ahead and updated their banner. So if you go ahead and update your information, how is it going to look like? All right, so let's play the video here. If you see that, you'll see the logo of this exhibitor, you see their banner, captions that make you look good. You see their logo here, you see all the web links that you go ahead and put in here. Now, if you add a description, it would appear here. If you add a video, it would be in the center. If you add exhibitor content, you have a separate heading as exhibitor content. And if you upload any file or any links, it would appear here. If you upload a video, it would appear in the center. If you've sponsored a session as an exhibitor, it would come up here. Now, on the right-hand corner, you would see join virtual meeting room. Now, your attendees, when they go ahead and log into the attendee hub, they see this pink pill here. You do not see it. They go ahead and see this join virtual meeting room pill here. When they go ahead and click on this pill or this icon, as soon as they do that, they are able to go ahead and engage. A Zoom meeting opens up for them and they can go ahead and engage with your organization. So there has to be any team member present from your team to be there to address the attendees in a group. Now, there can be only one attendee or there can be a number of attendees. If you do not want the virtual meeting hours to be available all the time, you do not want your you do not have a bandwidth or you do not have anyone available to sit through the entire day of the event, you can gauge or predict when exactly would be the best hour that you'll get the maximum engagement from the attendees, and then accordingly you can decide on a time and maybe add it in the tagline or in the banner of your company or or in the description stating your booth hours. For example, that your booth hours would be open on this day from this time till this time. So that when your attendees visit your profile, they're able to read it and engage with you during that hour. So when someone clicks on join virtual meeting, they are able to go ahead and meet with your organization. Chat option, like we discussed, are a place where attendees can chat with you as a booth staff or amongst themselves. Now there's another option, contact us. So for example, if an attendee visits your exhibitor profile and they see that, right now there's nobody available to chat or to join a virtual room with, they can simply go ahead and contact us, click on contact us icon and submit their information that's pre-decided by the planner. Remember, we discussed it in the previous slides. Do we have any questions so far? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Now, this is how the virtual meeting room looks like. Now, we have understood how an attendee goes ahead and joins the virtual meeting room. Now, the question is, how do exhibitors go ahead and join the virtual meeting room to be, ready for the attendees? So for that, you would be going ahead and getting the URLs. Now, where would the URLs be present? Under your exhibitor profile that you saw in the exhibitor portal, if you scroll down, you would go ahead and find the links. So in the snapshot that you see here, you go ahead and scroll down, you see virtual meeting URL and virtual host key. You'll find your URL here. Now the booth staff member can go ahead and join with virtual meeting URL. But if you're the admin or if any of the booth staff is, you have decided any of the booth staff is the admin of the meeting for that particular day, make sure the host or the admin joins the room with the virtual host key so that you have all the hosting permission. For example, when I went ahead and joined this meeting, if you remember, Rohit was the one who started the recording because he was the host and he had the hosting permission. So it's very important that you have the hosting permission. Also, to be on a safe side, and it's a best practice as well, make sure that if you have joined the virtual meeting and if you're the host, you make one of your booth staff as a co-host. So that, God forbid, if anything happens or your internet is not working, the meeting would not stop because you have already made someone a co-host. And even they will, share some co-host permissions, right? Now this again, coming back to this slide, this is how your virtual meeting room URL would look like. Again, a best practice. We would highly recommend, now it's not required, but we would highly recommend if you're utilizing this feature, virtual meeting room, You download the Zoom app. You can sign up, for free as well. And you just make sure that you download the Zoom app. It's recommended, again, not required, reiterating. You can use the web browser Zoom, but again, the web browser Zoom just do not have a lot of features embedded in them. So that's why we recommend Zoom app. Now, if you can see in the screen, it's like any ordinary Zoom meeting. You have the option to record, you have the option to share screen. So if you have any, presentation prepared to show them, what your organization is all about, or if you have a video, you can share your screen and show them. You can join the audio and mute yourself, unmute yourself. Even your attendees can mute themselves or unmute themselves, stay off camera or go off camera. Now, do we have any questions about virtual meeting room? Again, I'll take that as a no. Now we'll go ahead and talk about some of the best practices that you can follow when you are in a virtual meeting room, which we have some of these we have already gone ahead and discussed. We'll reiterate everything. Now add a company or booth logo that enhances attendees interaction. Make your booth staff a co-host. That helps you a lot, mitigating any last minute risk. You enable a company branded virtual background. So this is something to discuss about. What you can do is, again, it's recommended but not required. Like me and Rohit, we have gone ahead and placed a virtual background for our company's event. Even if you want, you can decide on a virtual background and maybe, keep a virtual background, saying your organization's name. Or if you want, you can blur the background or, use your background as you like. It's something, again, that we recommend. Also, if you have something like a PowerPoint presentation or a video to showcase so that, attendees learn about your organization a lot, because there might not be only one attendee, but a group of attendees coming in. So if you want, the session to be interactive, you can go ahead and prepare a PowerPoint presentation, again, recommended, not required, or a video maybe that talks about your organization, or you can go ahead and simply come and speak about your organization and engage with them and make it an interactive session. Totally up to you guys. Also, we've talked about the game plan day, that you review the event schedule to predict when the booth traffic will be at its highest and then predict your booth hours. Now, this was everything that I had for you guys today to learn about exhibitor training. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me. If you do not want to ask any questions, and if you have any questions on the day of the event or before the day of the event, make sure that you mark an email to your planning team. They are pretty responsive. So you would go ahead and get all your answers, but make sure that you ask all the answers before the day of the event. And I see a question. All right. I thank each and everyone for joining in today.